You know what still amazes me about you Errol Spence fanatics? You guys claim that you want to fight. You guys claim that you want Terrence Bud Crawford to take a lower percentage. And how we're still talking about percentages at this point, I do not know. But one thing I do notice is you guys never make the suggestion the other way. If you guys just want to see the fight, one thing I never seen y'all say is say, hey, Earl, why don't you just give him an even split so we can see the fight? You guys never make that suggestion, but you always suggesting to Terrence Bud Crawford to take something lower. And why would he do that when he has way more value than anybody that Errol Spence has fought thus far? You know, to add on top of that, Errol Spence gave Mikey Garcia an even split, and he didn't even have a belt to offer him. Okay, same thing with Ugas and everybody else. Everybody else can get these even splits, but don't nobody offer more than what Terrence Bud Crawford is offering Errol Spence right now. If he wants to be undisputed, you know, there's only one belt left. So the point is, do you want to be undisputed or not? It makes no sense. But since everybody's talking about Terrence Bud Crawford take less money, how about this? PBC has already proven to you that they got more than enough money to get this fight made, especially if they're throwing 55 million at Canelo Alvarez. Okay, it doesn't take 55 million to get this fight made with Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. It doesn't take that much. So it's proven that the money is there. It's proven that they do have the money. You know, so if undisputed is really important, you guys just want to see the fight, why don't you make the suggestion, hey, let's just get an even split, and then, you know, whoever wins on the rematch, then you guys can do the 60-40 or whatever it is that you want to do. If you claim you want to see the fight so much. See, the difference is, I've told Terrence Bud Crawford before, hey, you know what, just go ahead and just, you know, just go ahead and take that 60-40. Fuck it, you'll be the man anyway. Because I'm a person that wants to see the fight. So yeah, I'm going to take a fighter that I favor. And I've even suggested, go ahead and take this lower offer or whatever and whatnot. Just go ahead and just fight it out because I want to see the fight. But what I've never seen is you guys make a suggestion to Eroll talking about, hey, we just want to see the fight. Just give him what he wants. Just split it down the middle. And then the next fight, you guys can, you know what I'm saying? You guys can work that out, whatever. No, it's always Terrence Bud Crawford do this. Always Terrence Bud Crawford do that. But yet Errol Spence is the big fish. But how come you don't go to the big fish to make the big moves? Because evidently the big fish has more of the say so on what goes on. And the big fish is the one that's more capable of getting this fight made than Terrence Bud Crawford. If he's the big fish or not. You know, because if you're not the big fish, then, you know, I'm not going to look at you to make big ass moves. But if you're claiming that you're big, then you are the person who has the main power and the over and the last say about what goes on, because you're the one that wants to be undisputed. Terrence Bud Crawford has already done it. Point blank and period. Moved up to another division and almost finna take over that division and is considered the best in the division and the best fighter in the world right now. So if it's worth that much, then how come you guys never come to Eroll and ask him to compromise, ask him to get off his high horse? You guys don't do that. And since you don't do that, then there's no reason for you to say anything to Terrence Bud Crawford about what he should and what he should not take. You know, Terrence Bud Crawford ain't just some fly-by-night boxer or some shit like that. He's the best fighter in the fucking world, you know, and until somebody can get in the ring and prove otherwise, that's just the way it is. You know, not only in the world, but in that division, which is even more of a reason that you should want to get this fight made. But you guys are still talking about percentages. Why? That's what I want to know. Why? So don't tell me now you just want to see the fight, take this and take that, you know what I'm saying, whatever and whatnot. I don't even want to hear that crap. Because before that, it was this. Before that, the belt doesn't mean anything. Now the belt means something. Now it's because he signed to Bob Arum. Now it's because he's across the street. Now it's because he doesn't sell. Then it's this and then it's that. I mean, all these excuses, all coming from your side. What Terrence Bud Crawford is asking for is basic to get this fight made. So if you want to see the fight, like I want to see the fight, just go ahead, just split it down the middle if that's how the fuck you feel. But the last time I checked, they were talking about whether it was going to be in Texas or not. You guys are jumping all over the place. Just admit that you don't want to see the fight. You want to hide behind percentages. You want to hide behind location. You want to hide behind he signed with Bob Arum. And the more Terrence Bud Crawford eliminates your excuses, the more excuses you guys come up with at the end of the day. Listen, it's no secret to us and the boxing fans around the world that you guys do not want to see this fight. It's no secret to us that you are scared for Errol Spence. It's no secret to anybody at this point, because if anything, whether you're a Terrence Bud Crawford fan, whether you're an Errol Spence fan, we should all be talking the same thing. We just want to see the fight. I've never told somebody to take a lower percentage. No, you know what? That's a lie. I did tell Terrence Bud Crawford to take a lower percentage. You know what? I have said that before. But the thing is, you never heard that on their end. But most importantly, as a boxing fan, the last thing I want to talk about is what these guys are getting paid in percentages to be a factor in whether we see a fight or not. He has the last belt, point blank and period. No reason why the fight shouldn't get made. I don't want to hear about no percentages. I don't want to hear about nothing else but this fight being signed. And that's the same accord you guys can be on. But we already ran your temperature. We already know what's up with you guys. You guys just want to cheerlead for a fighter. You don't care if they're really the legit badass that you said that they were. You don't care if they're actually the legit fighter that they claim to be. You don't want to see that. Okay? And that's evident, because if anything, if you're a real Errol Spence fan, you should be rushing him towards a Terrence Bud Crawford. So you can now stand and stake your claim and say, yes, this guy is the best because he fought this guy in a division who was also considered the best and the best in the division. But you guys just flat out don't want to see that. So don't come on my page talking about percentages and Terrence Bud Crawford do this and Terrence Bud Crawford. Ask the big fish to do something. Okay? I mean, he's getting enough handicaps as it is. You got Jerry Jones buying his seats to his fights and whatever and whatnot to make it pretend like he's bigger than what he is. So tell Jerry Jones, tell Al Heyman, tell Showtime or whatever and whatnot, throw in some more money and get the damn fight made at the end of the day. It's not that hard to do. Not really. It's just that everybody wants to chase a bum ass cherry pie champion in Canelo Alvarez. Yes, I know he's a big payday, but it does nothing as far as your legacy and to prove how good you are in boxing. Because as of right now, Canelo Alvarez is looking like a joke to the entire boxing world, and this is the first time we can see two young guys in their prime get it on. Because honestly, when you look at it, I'm pretty sure everybody that Eroll has fought has been a burnout. And not to take anything away from him, because you can't blame Errol Spence for when he was born. You can't do that. But you got to admit, he was going to fight a Manny Pacquiao, right? Funny how we didn't recognize that Manny Pacquiao was old and over the hill till Ugas fought him. And then Errol Spence talking about, he fought an aged out Manny Pacquiao, who's no longer the same fighter he was. But that's the same fighter that you was going to fight. By the time he got his hands on Chris Algier, it was the same thing. By the time he got his hands on Kell Brook, it was the same thing. And go on and on and on and on and on and on. This is the first time we can get two guys in their prime. So we're not fighting no old guys who's burnt out. We're not fighting no Keith Thurmans or nothing like that. You finally get to fight guys that are prime. Yeah, and he fought Mikey Garcia, but Mikey Garcia came up a weight class and couldn't knock him out, might I add. But, this is the first time that we're going to get legit fresh fighters in their prime and get them to fight. So therefore, you can legitimately claim that you are the big fish, that you are the best in the division or whatever and whatnot. And once you beat him, get the belt and beat the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, man, that's just too much to pass up at the end of the day. It's too much to be arguing about a location. It's too much to be arguing about a percentage or whatever and whatnot. This is boxing legacy right here, right now. And that's what you guys should be on. But you guys are steady on some bodyguard and shit. I don't got no conversation for nothing like that. I look at you as people as anti-boxing. You don't want to see the fight, because most people who are boxing fans, they'll come in the comment section and say, hey, look, I just want to see the fight. And that's how most of us feel at the end of the day. To tell you the truth, I don't care about the location and I don't care about the percentage. It's none of my business. I just want to see these two guys get in the ring in their prime before these guys is aged out, before Errol Spence has another accident, before his eye falls out or whatever and whatnot, because we lucky that this fight is still on the table. We lucky that Errol Spence is still around to be able to take on a fight like this. And as you know, in life and in boxing, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. So let's seize the opportunity while it's hot. And that's all real boxing fans is talking about, while you guys are just talking about percentages. That's all I got for now. Bruce Vane, I'm out.